Okay, so putting it all together, I'm doing this on a circular needle because that's what I asked you to get. So this is your basic circular needle. You just cast on the side. I've cast on, I think, 8 stitches. And so when you are actually doing your work, what you're going to do is you start with your knit stitch that I told you about. And so, and the same goes from whether you're using straight needles or circular needles. It's the same process. Until we get into actually doing like hats and stuff, and then that's something else that we'll talk about later, if that's a project that you choose to want to learn. But the reason I told you to get circular needles, they're better on your elbows and your shoulders with the way that you hold them. You can keep your elbows in a little bit better. And so with straight needles or circular, it doesn't matter, but what you're going to do, see, I finished this row, so now all I'm going to do is flip it over. If you're knitting them like you're doing a straight needle work, which is what we're doing here, if you choose to go back and knit, it's going to be alternating rows of, it'll look like this, where it looks like it's knit on this side, and then it's going to look like it's purled. And so what that's called is a stockinette stitch, and we'll talk about that next week. But it's just going to go back and forth. So you can choose, you can either purl the back side, and if you purl the back side, it's going to have a nice uniform look on the front. And so you can just go in and purl, or, oops, lost that one almost. See how that looks? Now all the knit stitches are going to be on one side. Or you can just go in and knit every side, or do whatever, but all I want you to do is just do some practicing. And so just go back and forth. And then once you've got, you know, a few rows, or you kind of feel like you got it down, then I want you to practice binding off. But all you're going to do is just go back and forth, and you just switch your needles. So then you turn it around, and then you just go back the same way. And so that's how you make your project. And so each time you turn your needle, each one of those is called a row. And so when I teach you how to read a pattern, if it says row 1 through 6 knit, then all you would do is go through and knit each row 1 through 6. So that's how you just kind of go through your knitting project. And so then once you've got enough, or you feel like you kind of got it, you can go through and bind these off, and then you can, you know, start over, do another cast on, and try again.